So guys, I am here with another figure, and this figure is extremely special to me because this is my first ever 1/6 scale figure, and I am excited to get into this guy. And what better character to have in 1/6 scale than Art the Clown? Art the Clown is from the Terrifier movies, and if you haven't seen the Terrifier movies, I recommend you watch them. It's not everybody's, cup of tea. It's definitely mine though. I love the two Terrifier movies, and I'm excited for the third one. I love the first one so much. It was so much fun to watch. It was one of the goriest films I've ever watched before. The second one, while it wasn't as good as the first one, it still was amazing, and I loved it. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun, and I'm super excited to get into this guy. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about this figure. I'm just beyond excited to get into this. So I figured out that they had a 1/6 scale figure, and I was very tempted, but I don't usually collect 1/6 scale, but I've always wanted one, because at least one, maybe two, because they're really cool. And I think that this is a cool figure, so I started watching reviews on them on a guy called Dread Knight. Love his videos. He does a lot of cool stuff. And I saw him review the Art the Clown figure, and I saw him customize the Art the Clown figure, and that just made me want this figure. So I started looking to see if I can find a good deal. A lot of them were $400 bucks, but this one was very cheap in that price range. And this was unopened too until I opened it, of course. But I got it from a guy on Mercari. And sometimes I'm skeptical about Mercari, because most of the time there's a lot of people that will, rip you. It's mostly kind of like eBay, but, So I talked to him for like ever, trying to get as much information I could about this character, and my hair looks so weird. Oh, it's fine. Okay, it was just doing a weird thing. I don't know. So I talked to him forever, talking about the figure, talking about how he got the figure and all that stuff. Said it was never opened, doesn't see any damage on it, and that was pretty much good. So, but I still talked to him for a bit. He's a very nice guy. But yeah, I was really excited to get this. So I got him. He was even gonna throw in a autographed picture for like an extra 30. I said no. Sadly, I said no. But maybe next time. I kind of want to meet the actual actor and see him in person, talk to him, and then get the autograph. That's how I roll. I don't like getting pre-printed unless it was gifted to me. Then I would actually really like it. But if I ever had the chance to like buy an actual print of the guy who signed it, I'd like to see it for myself. I think that's just the experience of it that I like. But anyways, that's a little off topic. I got the figure. I just got him in today. Wasn't expecting him here today, but I am wasting no time. As of right now, the Doomslayer video hasn't come out yet, but I just wanted to get this video done because I want to get to customizing this guy, because I have some ideas, especially from Dread Knight, because he had a lot of awesome stuff. But we have the figure right here. It's so cool. It's so cool to actually have this figure, and I have a spot for him, and I'm going to be showing you that too. But yeah, let's take a look at the packaging, because the packaging is beautiful. I love the packaging. And yeah, we'll just go right into it. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this video, and yeah, let's just get right into it. So this is like very interesting to kind of record, because I have to go all the way back to get this whole thing in frame, and it's not even in frame all the way, but you could see that you have Art the Clown himself just right there. I believe that is an actual image of the actual actor. You can see Terrifier right up there, 1/6 scale Art the Clown figure. Really cool. And what really surprised me about this figure is that Trick or Treat Studios actually made this figure. And they usually, from what I knew of them before, they made the Texas Chainsaw masks that I use for Halloween, and they also make a bunch of different really cool different horror character masks. And they even made an Art the Clown, which I probably might get for my Art the Clown Halloween costume for next year. But I was kind of surprised to see them actually take on this figure. But it's really cool, because I do like the quality of the mask of Texas Chainsaw, so I had some hopes for it. So here's the front of the box. I love the image. I love the blood splatter. It's really cool. On the side, it just says Terrifier right there. On the other side, Terrifier. Very, very standard stuff. Terrifier, and of course, some legal info and stuff like that. He paid $130, but, you know, I guess it makes sense. You gotta make a little bit of a profit as you go along. But yeah, this is such a cool figure, and I love the back of the box too, because the back of the box has another image of Art the Clown that's even creepier, and I love the option of it. You know, you can either have it like this, or you can have it like this, or if you had two of these figures, you can have one with the red and one with the white, and I think that's just awesome. I definitely love the red because I just love how menacing that looks. But yeah, the box is really cool. The box does have that kind of NECA feel to it where you can like uncover the front, but it's not with like the Velcro little circle. It's with a magnet, which I love magnet things. I don't know why, I just really love it. But you can see an image of the figure and an image of Art the Clown right there. Dang, that just looks awesome. I love the way that looks. And you can see a little sneak peek of the figure, but we're not here for sneak peeks. We're here for the actual figure himself. So I'm going to show you the unboxing experience. I usually don't, but I think this is just a special occasion right here, just to show you what this guy comes with. So he does come in a clam tray, which I think is really cool. But you can see that there is a kind of outer shell. So you just kind of open that up real quick. And then opening it up is like really, really easy. You just kind of got to pull a little bit, just like so. It's really not that bad. You take off the front cover, and he comes with a bunch of little accessories and stuff that you can take out. And it is really cool. I love the way this guy's looks already. And yeah, the figure is not like clammed in there like normal figures are. He's very loosely in there, and he does have a bunch of like these little plastic pieces here, and of course one for the head as well. And that just looks awesome. He's got it for the feet, the hands, just to make sure that it's nice and protected. But what we're going to do now is we're going to display the accessories, of course, because that's what we usually do, and then take a better look at the actual figure. Now I know it's like really early on, but I do want to complain about something, just a couple things real quick. The figure, for one, my biggest issue is that it doesn't come with a stand. I think there was like a deal. I think that you actually could get a stand for this figure, but that was like limited edition or something like that. I don't know. But you could get a stand, but it was only for like a certain thing that you had to do. I don't remember what it was, but the figure itself just does not come with one, which I think sucks. I think that if you were going to do some kind of exclusive thing, you could have done it like a diorama base, you know, like a little alleyway, or maybe like the, I don't know, like part of the, this is based on the first movie, so it wouldn't be like the carnival place. So just something from the first movie, maybe like a little scene from the diner, I think would have been really, really cool. But yeah, and then just leave the regular base for us. So it sucks that we don't get one. That's my biggest issue with this figure. But I do have a display base in mind, and I will be showing that to you when I actually get it. It's on my Christmas list, so I can't buy it myself because I'm kind of banned from buying stuff because Christmas is coming, and usually when that happens, I'm not allowed to buy any figures. But yeah, I have that on my list, so whenever I get it, I definitely will show you guys. And because it is cool. The one I'm looking for is like a display base. It's got the crotch grabber, and it's got a little nameplate already attached to it, so I think that's really cool. Another thing that I really don't, I wish they did, is more accessories, because we do have a beautiful looking bone saw, which we'll take a look at while we talk. It's awesome. Really, really do like the way it looks. I love the electrical tape kind of around the handle. Very, excuse me, it's very nice looking. I love the kind of dirt and you know, kind of rusty look of the blade. Looks very nice. It's painted pretty nice too. Don't know if I'll actually do a repaint of this thing. Maybe add some blood effects on the actual saw as well. it does look really, really cool. I love the way it looks. It's even more disturbing when you know what he actually used the blade for in the first movie, and that was epic and disgusting at the same time. So I think that's like awesome. But it's a cool little I think that's really cool to have. Again, I do think that it should have had more weapons, because he does use a gun, and he uses the saw. He uses a hammer too. He uses he uses some other things as well. But I would have wished they had more accessories for this figure, because I feel like this is a figure that really needs his full array of stuff, and he definitely needs his trash bag too, which I do have an idea on how to do that. Again, from Dread Knight, and I think that that is really cool to do for the figure, especially this version. If you're doing like a clean version, I think the trash bag that he carries around is an essential thing for the figure. He does come with 2 hands, and they're both for the right hands. He doesn't have any way to have anything for the left hand. He just has basic open palm a little bit. But it is cool. I do like this one. This is a really nice one. This is for the bone, or the, why do I keep calling it bone saw? It's not even a bone saw. But it basically just attaches to this hand. This is for the saw itself. My apologies, my hands had a little bit of a fuss. But anyways, you just slide it in like this, and usually you can kind of have like the pinky at the bottom here, and that kind of gives it more stability. But yeah, that's basically for this hand, and I think that is really, really cool. Very easy to put on, and it is a very sturdy fit. I love the way the hands are detailed. I love the way that looks. The blood effect is actually really, really nice, and I love the detailing on the fingernails and stuff. And I think that's just like really, really dope. It's so cool looking. I really do like the way these fingers look, and just the blood. I love the mixture of kind of like, there is some dry blood on some of the hands, like this one, and I think that does look really nice. And then you got the bloodied hands like this, and I think this one fits with the bone, with the saw. I'm just gonna call it a saw. I keep calling it a bone saw. But you also get this hand too, which comes with a scalpel, which is very nice. It's not really sharp, so you really don't have to worry about it. Definitely be careful, because that can probably break off. Same with the saw too. The saw is very sturdy, but I feel like with enough pressure it can break off. So I just be careful. But yeah, the blood is very different because it's more dried than the glossy look on that hand, which I don't mind. I do think that this is a very nice hand. But yeah, you can see the difference between the glossy blood and the more kind of dried up blood. But it's still really cool. Really do like the way that looks. But yeah, he does come with 2 other hands, but those are actually on his body. So we'll take a look at those when we actually look at the figure, which is right now, because that is all of his accessories. Again, I wish he had more accessories, but there's really, I don't think I can complain too much. But I think for the price point, yeah, accessories and a stand should have been top priority for the actual figure. But yeah, I think that's pretty much my only gripes about the figure. Let's take a look at the actual figure itself, and let's just see what he looks like. So here he is, Art the Clown in all of his glory. Jeez Louise, this is a beautiful looking figure. I love the way it looks. It's so cool. Just Art the Clown is like one of my favorite like horror characters as of recent, especially in like recent years. But this is just a beautiful looking figure. I love the way it looks. There's a lot of things that I really like about it, and some things that are, okay. But this is like my first, again, this is my first 1/6 scale figure, so it just feels weird because the body itself actually has muscle definition, so you could feel a lot of his the muscles and stuff that you would feel on like an actual dude and stuff. So that's just because when I was feeling him, I was like, bro, this guy's got abs. This is so weird. And then you could feel his pectoral area, and I was like, bro, this is just weird. I've never felt anything like that before. But it's so weird to actually have a 1/6 scale figure, and it's pretty nice. I really do like the way it looks. There are some things that you can tweak, but other than that, this figure is like beautiful. So we're gonna start off with like the head first, and I think the head looks awesome. Like this is a perfect, like it looks pretty much like the actor, and I think it's just terrifying looking. The blood on the face is okay, but if you were kind of going for a clean version, because there's two versions to this character, you can get the clean version and there is a bloody version. The bloody version I don't think is as good because it just looks funny, and I'll definitely be showing some like reference photos to that, but it just looks weird because there's like splotches of like, there's like one half of his face that just is covered but this half is not, and then there's like this really, I don't know, there's like a blob of paint here or something. It just looks funny, you know. And I'm so glad I went for the clean version because I think I can do my own paint job for art here. But he's really, really cool looking and very menacing looking as well. I love the way they did the teeth. The sculpting on this head is beautiful. I think that the paint job is done pretty well too. I think the eyes are the biggest thing that should have been a little different. I think they should have spent a little more time on the eyes because they just look like black dots, which is fine, but like I think they should have just added a little bit more to it, made it a little more human-like instead of, you know, I guess doll-like. I don't know how to really say that, but I think the eyes are like the biggest issue, and I have seen some people like, you know, customize the eyes and stuff, and I think it just looks awesome, and I would love to do that with mine, but I am terrible with doing eyes. But yeah, I think everything else is awesome. I love the skin texturing on the actual face. I think that's really, really cool. Another little kind of complaint, just minor nitpicks at this point, is that the white on the face and the white on this kind of like fabric that's supposed to be over his head, it's not actually fabric, it's plastic, but you know, it's supposed to be like, you know, the face and then there's like a fabric part, you know what I mean. It kind of really blends in together, and I think that they should be separated, so that's something that I would kind of like to do. But yeah, other than that, it does look awesome. The little dot on his nose I think is a little off center, so that would be a nice little fix to do. And there are some like little smudges here on his face, which I don't know if that's accurate or not. But you can see that there is like little mishaps here, a little spot here. Of course, the little black dot here, but minor stuff. Really, that's pretty much all I can complain about. But really, this face is menacing, and it's so creepy looking. And yeah, that's pretty much what I can say about this figure. The actual like around the head is pretty nice. He does have this kind of seam line, but it's not really supposed to be a seam line. If it is, it's pretty blended in nicely because it's supposed to be the string for his little top hat here, and the top hat's not removable, but if that is kind of like a seam line, I think that's done really nicely. It's supposed to kind of be his the string for the actual hat, so I think that's really nice. He does have some detailing here. He does have a full zipper down here, so you can kind of like remove parts and stuff. I guess that's a really nice little thing that they did, to have a zipper in the back, because if something broke inside the actual body itself, that's really nice to actually have a easy way to get in there. But for the suit feels really nice. It feels like there's two different types of fabric used for the white and the black. The black doesn't feel as nice. It kind of feels a little more rough, while the white feels a little bit more silky. So this is like, you know, basic silk. It's not like super silky, but it has that silk feel, while this one has it, but it's a little more rough, if you get what I mean. He does have this little collar up here. He does have some little puffy balls at the front of the shirt, and he's got these big clown shoes, which I think are really awesome. I love the way those look. Another little complaint. I know I'm talking about a lot of complaints, which make it seem like, you know, I'm really dissing this figure. It's not, but for what I paid for, I think that I should, you know, tell you about a lot of little minor mishaps. But don't get me wrong, this figure is beautiful. But yeah, the little thing that I have is that the suit really does like to ride up a little bit. It's supposed to, you know, kind of flow down. It's supposed to be baggy on him. So this right here looks awesome, but it does really ride up on the legs. So I found a solution, and that is to just kind of glue these little end caps on the foot, and that kind of makes it, you know, not sag so much. Same with the collar too, because the collar does lift up like this. So just kind of doing that, just dots of glue on the collar piece and at the little ends right here, I think is definitely awesome. But it's so cool to look at. But he does have some other stock hands as well. And you know, here's the first one, which is for the left hand, the only left hand that we get. There is a little weird thing with it. He does have, these are supposed to be fingerless gloves. So why are they the same color as the actual like glove itself? I think that's pretty odd, but I think that's easily fixable. And you know, it's more of a sprawled out hand. He can be like waving at somebody. I think that's really cool. He does have another hand as well that yeah, I guess can also be waving at somebody. This hand can't really hold anything, but you know, it is really cool. And this actually does have some skin coloring in it as well. So I think that's really weird that they missed some, and you know, I think it's just weird that they missed some hands, but did some other ones as well, if that makes sense. So I kind of want to go over articulation really quick. Articulation, anyways. The head itself is on a ball joint, but it's one of those ball joints where it's at the very base of the neck, so you can't really get that much range of posability. He does have a little bit of side to side, some up and down, and of course the side to side, but I feel like that it should have been a little different. I get it, because you know, this whole little spot can be seamless, but you know, to make it a little bit more accurate. But I feel like I don't know, I feel like it should have just been cut off, or at least made it fabric. I don't know. My idea was it should have been a magnet. I think that would have been really cool. But yeah, there's really nothing I can really do about this, but I think it is really nice. He does have some articulation at the hand. His arms can go out about that far, so he's got enough room to do some pretty wacky displays. He does have a butterfly joint, which is really cool. Of course, some rotation at the arms, and the kind of suit does limit that, but you know, he doesn't need full-on rotation. He does have a little bit of rotation, like I was kind of segue there. He does have a double bend at the elbow, which is awesome, because if he's like holding his bag too over his shoulder, the double bend definitely helps with that. He does have some swivel at the arm, which is very nice. I like that. He does have, there's a waist up and down as well, and there is a waist swivel as well, but it is limited with the bagginess, but it is nice to have. He does have a decent spread, which is pretty awesome. He can move his leg about that far and back about that far. He does have a very nice knee bend. He does have a swivel at the foot, rotation as well, and can have a little bit of a pivot. So I think posability is really cool on this figure. And just to kind of show you how to actually detach the actual arms, very simple. You just kind of unpeg that piece. This little part's not really supposed to come off, but with this copy, which is not really the fault of the seller, there's like a little crack right in here, which is more manufactural issues, but honestly, it doesn't bother me. I think it's fine. It doesn't really hinder anything, but there is a little peg here, and you can see the little up and down hinge joint, and yeah, you just pretty much slide it in like that, and there you go. There's the other hand with the scalpel, and I think that's really cool. This guy is horrifying to look at. Like, look at that. That is menacing. That is absolutely horrifying. You really don't need like full-on dramatic poses. All you really need is just these simple, creepy little poses, and it just works so well, and I absolutely love the way he looks. But yeah, he stands up really well on his own, and the butterfly joints even make it creepier, which is so cool. I feel like if you're like a horror fan or an Art the Clown fan like I am, this is a beautiful piece for your collection. I definitely recommend this figure. This guy is, I don't think he's worth like $400, but for like the 170 that I paid, I think it's worth it. I think that it's really, really awesome, and I'm so happy with how he came out. And yeah, it's just so cool. I don't know how to put it into words. He's just so creepy, and it's so surreal that I actually have a 1/6 scale figure now. And yeah, I think it's really cool. So I want to kind of compare him to some NECA figures and also some of the characters in the background. And then we'll end it right there. So the first figure I wanted to kind of display him with is Soundwave, since he'll kind of be in the middle and he'll be right next to Art. I think that it's just so surprising because this is a big figure, and it's just so weird to see, you know, Soundwave to be kind of shrunken down compared to Art. I think it's just so weird. A figure we reviewed very recently, the Feral Predator, is definitely no height match compared to Art. It's again, it's so weird to actually just see Art the Clown just taller than these big other characters that I've had. Jason was kind of like the biggest one with my horror stuff, and again, it's so weird to see Art towering over Jason. And Frankenstein is probably my tallest NECA figure, but yeah, he's no compared. You can't compare him next to Art the Clown. And probably the biggest figure that I have in my collection, the Arkham Asylum Titan Joker. Oh my gosh, it's so weird to see that you know, Art is taller than him, and I get it. He's kind of like at this kind of hunched pose, and you know, Art is kind of straight up, but still, it still just shocks me to see how big this figure is, and I'm definitely really excited. I really do hope that NECA comes out with a Art the Clown figure, because I would love to have like an Art the Clown with a bunch of different accessories, head sculpts, bunch of weapons and stuff. I think that'd be really cool. But for now, this is a beautiful representation of the character in figure form. So before I start ending the video here, I kind of just want to show you the basic body, at least a little bit of a sneak peek, I guess. But basically it's very simple. Unzip the zipper and you can see that this is like the base body, and it definitely shows a lot of his articulation and stuff. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the camera, but definitely see that the whole outfit just covers up this kind of more, it covers up a lot of pretty cool detail, and a lot of Hot Toys figures always have this kind of detail and stuff. Any type of 1/6 scale figure, but you can see that he just has full-on body detail, and it's just so weird to see, and it even makes it creepier. But you can see that's pretty much how the head is, and the head is pretty much easy to pop off. You just kind of got to twist it and turn it, and there you go. And that's basically the ball joint here. It doesn't move at all. It's all the movement is coming from the actual head itself, but it's pretty easy to take off. So if you did ever want to custom paint it, you know, you can always just have it there. So I think that's really cool. Another thing I kind of wanted to point out, I kind of like his head to kind of just sit on the peg, because it definitely shows more of his neck, and the neck, showing more of the neck kind of makes him look a little bit more lankier. But yeah, that's basically how I like it. So just to kind of show you guys, this is what it looks like, just sitting on the peg, really nothing important. But if you do plug in the head all the way, it kind of shrinks the neck down. I don't know if you could see that, but it's kind of a slight difference, but I do like it. It just makes it look a little bit more better to me. But you can have it however way you want. But that is pretty much the end of this video. gonna end it here before I start rambling on about it a little bit more. But yeah, that's the video. So kind of just to show you guys exactly what the figure looks like kind of closer up. This is what he looks like compared to me. It's bigger than my head, and that is just fantastic. This is a great looking figure. I have so much fun messing around with them. Some of the things I will do with them, which I'll show you guys in another video, definitely want to repaint the face, just to give it a different shade of white, because you know it doesn't really match properly. I just feel like that this could be maybe a lighter, more white, you know, a more whiter white, you know, just to kind of you know, separate from the kind of fabric part that it's supposed to be to the actual skin makeup stuff. Another thing that I kind of want to fix up is the collar, because the collar does shoot up kind of just randomly like this, and it just doesn't look right. So it's a little bit of a hassle, but once I want to get it into my little proper spot, I just want to hit it with a couple dots of glue so it stays there permanently, don't have to worry about it. Another thing that I want to fix is the actual leg pieces, because I really don't think I'll be taking this figure apart. The joints are pretty solid, especially the elbow joints. The elbow joints are really, really nice and smooth, but I think the only thing that I really need to fix with the actual body itself is the legs, because this leg is a little wobbly, but I do have an idea on how to fix that. But I'll have to like test it out on some other things. Definitely not glue. I'm not gonna use glue for the joints. But I think I said it was like a little thing of sticky tack that you stick in the joint itself. I don't know why I did that, I'm sorry. But you stick it into the loose joints, and it makes it a lot more smoother and stuff. But that's just something I heard, so I'm gonna try some other methods to see if any of that will work. But other than that, the leg itself is fine. Doesn't bother me, but I do want to fix that before I start kind of gluing some clothes down and stuff. But yeah, I think this is an awesome figure. I just cannot believe I actually have it. This is such an awesome figure to have. But yeah, other than that, I really don't know what else to really say. This is a great figure. It's a lot of fun to, you know, pose around and stuff. Definitely my favorite is kind of like this. I think that's actually really cool. Kind of the leg looks like it's like kind of more creeping towards you, kind of like a Scooby-Doo skit. You know, he's like kind of creeping behind Shaggy or Scooby or something like that. But it's awesome, and he does stand up. It does take a little bit of time to kind of get him to stand up because of the leg, and you know the feet itself is actually not bad, but you know they have some trouble. So I would really love the stand to make sure that he stays up where he's supposed to be and not be flopping everywhere. So that's basically my only things that I really need to fix on him. So that's just basically painting the face, tightening up that leg a little bit, and basic hold parts down, you know. But yeah, it's a great figure. It's so much fun. If I had two of them, which I won't, but if I had two of them, I would do my best to make a like bloodied version. And the bloodied version is really weird looking. Like I said, it just has like the one splotch here. The face doesn't look right. But yeah, it's not bad. I would love to fix the eyes. The eyes would be awesome to do to make them more, I guess, more realistic. But there's no way in hell that I'm doing that, because as far as my painting skills go, it's definitely not eyes or little details like this. But yeah, the figure itself is awesome. I love the way it looks. It's really creepy because he's like looking at me, so I'm gonna move him away just a little bit. Like he's looking directly at me, and I just kind of was like, okay, buddy, calm down. But that does look really cool. Like you can't deny that does look really nice. It looks so cool. It's such a cool figure. It's also so much fun to just handle too. And I do really want to be careful with him, because I know he's probably really fine. He's probably pretty good quality, but I still just want to be careful. I don't want to break anything. I don't want anything coming loose. So I just kind of want to be as careful as I can with this figure, because he was a little expensive, but you know, I just want to make sure that he's in good hands. He's got a little good home, and yeah, that's basically it. That's all this video has to offer. There's nothing else I can really say, other than that it's just a great figure. The box art is awesome. This is probably going to be one of the art boxes that I won't get rid of. But yeah, I love all this stuff. Wish it came with more accessories. Wish it came with a stand, and wish he had a little bit of a better neck joint. But other than that, those are my kind of top complaints. Everything else is fine, and even with those complaints, I can brush those by. But yeah, other than that, I think I'm gonna end it here. I've been rambling on, and yeah, I cannot wait for Terrifier 2 for next year. That's gonna be so much, or Terrifier 2, Terrifier 3. I'm super excited. I love both those movies, and yeah, he just has become like one of my favorites, and that's why I got him in 1/6 scale, because he just became a top favorite of mine, and I love watching the movies. I've seen the first Terrifier like 3 times. So it's definitely fun, and I've seen the second movie twice, so that's how much I really like these movies. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna see this third one in theaters, because that would just be really fun to do. I should have did it with the second one, because I heard a lot of crazy stuff happening with the second movie. But again, I cannot wait to see the third movie. I love this figure. I hope NECA does their own version, because I would love to have one next to Jason and Michael up on the horror figure shelf. But yeah, I think that this is a great spot for him, because I do want him right here with the other guys. You can't really see it, but you know, there you go. Right here on my desk. Because it's my first ever 1/6 scale figure, and it's of a character that I really, really enjoy. And yeah, I think that that's a good spot for him. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this probably a little bit longer episode. But yeah, it's so much fun. It's been so much fun. And yeah, that was our mystery character that I kind of alluded to a little bit. I probably spoiled it already, because I definitely was mentioning it on Instagram, because as soon as I'm done with this, I'm posting pictures on Instagram, so it would be kind of a spoiler alert. But yeah, God, I'm so excited. I really wanted to film this as soon as I could, so this is definitely before you guys saw the Doomslayer review, but I hope that video does well as well. And yeah, I hope this video does pretty good as well, because this is a great looking figure, and I really do like it. And I definitely want to do updates on when I customize them and stuff, and I hope you guys are excited for that as well. But that might be next month kind of thing, or maybe the beginning of next year is when I actually will start fully customizing them, because yeah. But other than that, again, that's it. I'm gonna end it here before I ramble on for another 5 minutes. That's gonna be it. I'll see you guys in the next one.